Alright, we got a project here. We got a stock footage of a guy with a prop gun, and he's going to, as you can see, he's going to fire. We're going to make him fire off this gun. Now it's going to be pretty excellent how we go about this. And first thing, a couple things I want to let you know that I have in the stock to get it done is I got my machine gun movie with the stock footage. As you can see, again, he's not firing, and we're going to turn this into like a cinematic film where he's actually firing a gun in there. So I got a couple things that I made in third-party software, such as Autodesk 3D Max. And first thing we have right here is the gun flash. So the gun flash we have right here, a little bit of smoke. Flashes are quick, so bam, there it is, and there it is. And we had that, and we got a second one just to make it more authentic, and right there. And as you know, this is on black background, a little bit of smoke, and we have shots of a gun shell. So we about to incorporate, and it spins, and we about to incorporate all this into the video where it look more authentic. So first thing we're going to do is that we have the comp, and first thing we're going to do is I'm going to lock all these because I got these turned off right now, so we're going to lock all these so I can show you how I do it. First thing we're going to do is go and grab the muzzle flash, put it on there, make sure it's centered, and we can grab the second one, put it on there, make sure it's centered. So now we got it here, and we got them two right here. First thing we want to do is hit transform, and we want to reset to make sure it's definitely centered, and we got the two right here. So first thing we want to do is we want to zoom into our timeline by coming down to this bar right here, and we want to, you got the piece right there and over, and then the frame is gone. So you want to scale this one down to here and scale this one down to here. And what you want to do is actually, every one of these is a frame. So we got here, here, and then we got it right here. So you want to put it right here. So we got 1, 2, 3. So first thing we want to do is highlight these two with Controller Command, and then we want to hit Controller Command D and duplicate it, and we want to move this over about right here, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom. So it look like pat, 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 pat. So we got it right there. So thing you want to do, you want to highlight all these, Control or Command, you can highlight them all and hit Control D, and you want to move this over, and you want to do this about 10 times. So when you got it about 10 times, you want to hold Control, the select one, Control click, select one, Shift click, or Command click to hold all these, and you want to pre-compose them to layers. So you want to pre-compose them, you can call this flash. So now that you got this as a flash, first thing you want to also do is hit T for the opacity and turn down the opacity to about 28, so you can actually see what you're doing. So now you got it at 28, you want to select this with a click and put it at the gun. So as soon as he's about to fire this gun off, you move up, move up, move up. Well, I got right here that he fires the gun off. So right here, you want to move this to right here. So while he's right here, move that to right there and put it right there. So now he fired, boom, boom. So bam. So to make sure that it's in a perfect tracker position, you want to hold P, and you want to go to the front, select the keyframe, and you want to hit page down, 1, 2, and then it's right there. Move it over, make sure it's lined up with the barrel, 1, 2, lined up with the barrel a little bit, 1, 2, and you basically make that happen during the duration of the shoot. So it'll look like tat 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 tat. So it'll look like that. So if you actually add more, you have more to work with, and that's pretty much how you would cover that. So just in case this flash is too big, which it is, you want to hit S, and you want to scale that down to probably like about 37%. that's a little too small. You might want to make it 45, and at that point it'll be like pat pat pat. So once you've done that, you hit T and put it back at 100, and you want to set this layer blend mode to add, so it got to disperse. So now that you actually got the disperse, it's awesome. So now I'm gonna delete that. You can keep yours, so I could get to the next process. Next process is the shell, and we're pretty much going to do the same thing. What we have, we're going to center the shell right there, and grab another one, center the shell right there. So we got the two shells, and what you want to do is select these two, and you want to move them to right here with a point where you can offset about 1 frame, because he's going to fire first and then the shells pop up. So one thing we want to do is make sure we have the two shells off sync. So you can move this a little bit further in, boom boom. So you got one come right here and the other. So what we want to do is we want to hit S, scale this down, probably make it, we're going to scale this down probably like to 2.5, because the scene is pretty far back. So you use the scroll wheels, and then you can select it and you will move it to the barrel area. Now that you have it at the barrel area, you want to hold P, you want to hit P, set the keyframe, and move it a little bit far out. And we can turn this one off for the moment, move it far out, and what you want to do is actually take this position and aim it off the frame, so it looks like, alright, it goes off the frame. So now once you did that, you come back to the first keyframe and you select the pen tool marker anchor point, and you pull it up here and down here, so it actually had more of a better drop. So you can see that, you can actually see the shell coming down, right? You see the shell actually coming down, and it got more of a drastic drop. So it comes from here, boom boom boom, and you pretty much would do the same by going to effect controls and hit Control C, and or Command C and Command V, and it's pretty much like that. So you can either have this second one for more authenticity, or you can just delete it, but I'm just going to use the first one for the tutorial. And now I offset it the second one, so now it looks like pat pat. So now you got the two. Now you can come here, hit P, and you, if you want to hit P and you want to see it's flowing the same way the other one, so you might want to pull it down here, so it goes from here, and then this one falls over here, and then you might want to create another one and move this one over. I mean, undo that. I removed the wrong one, and move this one over, and hit P for the position of that one, and select it, and you might want to, so they all fall in at different points. So you got shell here, and they all fall in at different points. At the same time, you're going to be collecting. So once you've done all that, you can make like about 10-15 of these like this. Once you've done about all that, you want to select them all, just these three, and you want to go to layer and pre-compose, and you can call that shells. Now that we have done that, you can start it right here where you want it to be at, and now pretty much you got the scene, because right here is my whole entire scene. So now I'm gonna delete this, and now it's gonna put you up to speed what I have made. Now this is what I have made. This pat 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 pat, and you see the shells flipping out. Now this scene is just like it's not working. We got the scene, we got it, boom. Now the problem is that we see is this smoke. This smoke is just like, it's not authentic at all. So what I'm actually going to do is apply a little color correction, and this is the color correction I actually applied to it. Now I applied the color correction by adjusting the tints by 76% and the curves, which you can actually pretty much see. Can't pretty much see too much of, but we got blue. I set the blue channels and the red channels a little bit, and the green ones, and I made the adjustments. And right here we also set the levels. Now and that's how I got this shot. And now boom, 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 boom. So we can add extra things in this. Hold on for a second. While I get those extra things. Alright, now that I'm back into it, make sure it's back on. First thing I want to do is add, sorry about that, I had to create a little particle. I will be able to do all this on the other end of the time. But right now I got the atmosphere drawn, where I'm going to actually pre-key you might want to give. So I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to put it under my timeline. And now that it's under the timeline, I want to be able, so now I want to scale it over to where it looks like a lot of the action is happening. So now I done brought some smoke into the scene, so we can play that back and see how that looks. Yeah, that's looking good. Bang, 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 bang. And if we also had another scene, we can actually say I got the smoke coming past while he's squirting. It just give it a better blend mode. So I'm gonna set that the atmosphere to add, and drop the opacity down a little bit, probably like 75. So it actually blends it in. Actually not liking how that looks. I'm gonna actually leave it as is and put it back at 100. So you pretty much get a good idea. This is how they make a lot of a good film. And as far as like bang, 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 bang. So now I got the smoke coming in. Boom, 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 boom. So just to probably add more, I'm gonna trim this work area. So just to get more of a better feel of it, I'm probably going to trim the work area. Where is it? Trim the work area, and I want to duplicate that frame, and I want to rotate it. I want to rotate it and actually have it at the top doing the same thing. But I kind of want to offset it. I want to offset it because I already trimmed the work area. So now we got them here. So now it's just like, alright, so now I got that. I might want to apply a little bit more advancement onto the color correction, and I'm gonna do that by this joint's acting pretty slow for me right now, but it's awesome. It's really awesome because I got the dude. We got him in a new field. He got the smoke hair, and it's just bringing more better to the shot. So I'm waiting for this layer to pop up. Hold on for a second. Let me stop this. Alright, now it processes again, so now we're back in business. So now I want to set adjustment layer, and I want to call this contrast levels, because I just want to bring more of a better feel to the shot, and how we you can call it. So I pretty much did all that. So now remember, we're in program After Effects. What I also want to do is apply color correction, and I want to apply a little hue and saturation just to give it, you know what I mean, and I want to add a little bit more color, and I want to drop this down probably like about 20% just to give it more of a much in-depth feel. And I want to actually duplicate this layer and delete this, and come into color correction, and I want to brightness and contrast, and I want to add a little bit more contrast to the shot. So now it's looking this joint is looking crazy, and it's only on half the resolution. So if I put it on full resolution, this is how it's looking. It's looking phenomenal. My man about to start spitting. That's how you got the smoke coming in. tack, 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 tack. So it looks pretty cool. It doesn't look as so dramatic when it's slow. Shells flipping out. But when it play back, only reason why it doesn't look like it's all that, but once it play back, it's all that. So let's try. Alright, so now we got that. So the best thing you want to do is we want to just render out. So now that I got that, I want to add the render queue, and best render queue settings is H264, and then once you render it out, you can add audio up. I'm gonna put the audio back later, but you just render it out, and then you can bring it back to your regular program. Hope you liked it. Peace.